Is the federal secular democratic republican palace of Kathmandu shaking? No, it's not another earthquake rocking the federal capital of a shaky republic. It's this announcement of a series of protests coming from rival political forces. On the one hand, there is Durga Prasad, a pro-royalist and a former communist leader. He plans to hit the streets of Kathmandu tomorrow, that is on November 23, 2023. His demands they center around the country, a religion, Hindu identity, a monarchy, and waiver of loans taken from banks, etc. On the other hand, uh, the Youth Association, that is a CPN-UML affiliate. The Youth Association is planning a series of counter demonstrations on the same day. Earlier, they both had plans to hit the streets of the security sensitive Maitigar Mandala. Remember, this is the place, this is the nerve center of this country. The Supreme Court is just a stone's throw. It's in the vicinity of Maitigar Mandala. Then the government secretariat, the Simha Darbar, is quite close. And then there is this Kathmandu District Court, and not that far is the federal parliament of this republic, of this shaky republic, that is in Baneswar. After the announcement from Mahesh Basnet, a CPN UML leader who also happens to be a youth association's firebrand leader, announced protests, a series of protests centered around Maitigar Mandala, and Durga Prasad also chose the same venue for staging his protests, for showing, for displaying that strength of his new political outfit. The government got a lot. Subsequently, the Kathmandu District Administration Office imposed, it has issued a prohibitory order. That order came yesterday. What does that order decree? It bars protests and demonstrations from Maitighar Mandala up till Baneswar. It's a very security sensitive stretch, I told you earlier. For about a month, this prohibitory order will take effect. It has in fact taken effect from last Wednesday, and it will last for a month. What activities are banned around that area? A question arises. More than 5 people cannot congregate around that area. They cannot shout slogans, they cannot hold demonstrations, and they cannot stage hunger strikes, they cannot carry out processions. This order applies to every political outfit. That includes obviously Durga Prasad's outfit as well as Mahesh Basnet's outfit. security officials, security agencies, defense security agencies have been in constant contact to just avoid possible conflicts between the supporters of these rival political forces. But this ban, this ban, this ban shows a government in panic. It's a very strong government, so to say, comprising uh, the Nepali Congress and the CPN Mao Center. The Nepali Congress is the largest party in the parliament, whereas the CPN Mao Center is the third largest party in the federal parliament of Nepal. Currently, Maoist chair Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda heads this government that is a motley crew of different parties, including the two major parties, the Congress as well as the CPN Mao Center, whereas the second largest party, the CPN UML, is in the opposition bench. But when it comes to quelling the protests from Durga Prasad, the CPN UML appears to be on the same page with the government. It is a very much pro-establishment party in that regard. The ban, however, does not end there. Lalitpur District Administration Office also issued a prohibitory order yesterday, that is on Tuesday. That order also bars uh, protests, hunger strikes, sloganeering at Pulchok, at the nerve center of Pulchok. Pulchok is where the mighty United Nations House is located, as well as the minister's quarters. That makes this place a very sensitive security zone, a very sensitive area for the government. So to uh, rule out any chances of disturbances, the Lalitpur District Administration Office has banned protests, demonstrations, hunger strikes, sloganeering at Pulchok for how many months? For 6 long months. That shows how sensitive, how panicked the government is about these oncoming protests, these oncoming Kathmandu centric protests, particularly those protests from pro royalist forces like Durga Prasad's political outfit. By the way, Prasad's outfit has received support from different political parties with this pro panchayat leanings, pro monarchy leanings. That includes Ravindra Misra from the Rashtriya Prajatantra Party, Gyanendra Sahi, the firebrand youth leader from Rashtriya Prajatantra Party, Dr. Pasupati, I mean, sorry for that slip of tongue, the stalwart Prakash Chandra Lohani. The government seems to be in panic because of these planned protests. Does it mean that this young republican system stands on a very flimsy ground, on a ground that has been shaking for quite some time, thanks to chronic political instability, institutionalized corruption, nepotism, the absence of the rule of law, and a near complete breakdown of law and order. These questions become all the more prominent because just a few days ago, the government showed its intent to clamp down on dissent expressed through social media platforms. It decided to ban the hugely popular TikTok. The ban, of course, came in the wake of like some more objectionable videos on the social media platform. One video, by the way, was from a young Communist League leader. Remember, Young Communist League is a youth outfit affiliated to the CPN Mao Center. In fact, objectionable videos, the streaming of objectionable videos through social media platforms has been going on for quite some time, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok. These have been continuing for quite some time. But it is not only the negative stuffs that get streamed through social media platforms. uh, there are thousands of people who just make a living by using these social media platforms like TikTok. Small businesses rely on these social media platforms for the promotion of their businesses. There are TikTok celebrities, YouTube celebrities, Facebook celebrities. Uh, for small businesses, these platforms offer a unique platform to promote their businesses. Social media platforms like TikTok also have a huge role in promoting the scenic spots lying on the nooks and corners of the Kathmandu Valley. When they go viral, when these videos and those beautiful shots go viral, the beautiful shots of beautiful places of Nepal go viral, Nepal's tourism industry gets a boost. At the same time, people, as I told you earlier, get a unique opportunity to promote their businesses for free. Also, these platforms like TikTok play a huge role in protecting the right to free expression. These platforms in these distressing times have become an avenue through which people, the laity, if you will, get to voice their dissent, to voice their objection to ongoing political corruption, nepotism, the breakdown of rule of law, the chronic political instability, and all other ills plaguing this country. By banning social media platforms like TikTok, in this case, TikTok only has faced a ban. By banning TikTok, the government has seems to have made it clear that it aims to silence the critics also. Of course, the government has every authority to bring social media under the purview of its law. It has every right to tax social media platforms. It has every right to make sure that these platforms play by the rules, play by the law of the land. But instead of regulating them, instead of controlling them, the government seems to have just made it clear that shutting them once and for all is the only way out, and this is a wrong precedent. The government has said that uh, democratic countries, more than 150 countries, have banned TikTok, so it is trying to imply that it is justified in banning TikTok in Nepal instead of regulating it, instead of bringing it under the law of the land, instead of making it pay the taxes. But these bans and the prohibitory orders make one thing clear. They seem to make one thing clear, that is, the government is on the defensive, that it fears the oncoming protests, that it fears dissent, and it fears the public outrage building up against it. So it is on the defensive, and it is leaving no stones unturned to just stem, to rein in on this dissent. And by the way, the main opposition party, the CPN-UML, also appears to be siding with the government in this suppression of protests, of oncoming protests. All this seems to indicate that the present order is not the present polity, the present political order is not on the pink of its health. Does it indicate that it is on the way out, that its days are numbered? If it is so, what kind of polity, what kind of political system do you think will bring back some semblance of order in this country? What kind of polity will end corruption, the absence of the rule of law, the chronic political instability? What is your opinion? We would like to hear from you. At the same time, we request you to subscribe to this channel. We are trying to promote citizen journalism. We are trying every bit to be your true voice, but we need your support in this endeavor to just uh, make this endeavor a viable endeavor. We request you to subscribe to this channel, comment on our presentation, and press that like button. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.